It's happening everywhere. Data tools being used to discover invisible patterns, helping to cure cancer and heart disease and diabetes, stopping epidemics, animal poaching, and traffic jams. But why? Why aren't these tools and connections and patterns helping to reduce America's school violence? See, here's the problem. There's 50 million children that go to school, but almost 3 million cases of school violence. Violence is increasing, school budgets are limited, and money's being spent on more locks and police. Responding to school violence after the violence happens is not a solution. Help us build the Free Lantern, a web app that parents, educators, and therapists can use to reduce school violence before it happens. Take a second. Help us build a lantern. Give us a second to watch how you can help your children and protect all of our children by reducing those 2 million cases of annual school violence. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Privateer, the founder of NoSchoolViolence.org, and I'd like to provide a very brief demonstration of why we need your donations to continue our work in developing the Lantern. As you can see from the screen here, the Lantern is a free web app that parents, teachers, school counselors, educators, researchers, and school authorities can use to reduce school violence by creating new targeted intervention programs. See, this web app desktop opens a whole new door into reducing school violence. It isn't a magic ball. It just connects the observed behaviors of a troubled child to the kind and likeliness of his or her becoming violent. Locks and metal detectors cannot reduce school violence, but the Lantern can. So let's begin with a new search. Let's say that a high school math teacher is becoming concerned with one of her students. She notices that he's beginning to behave differently. So let's say that her first entry is that the student's having trouble paying attention and concentrating. She submits the query and then begins to see, statistically, that alone only means that stealing has some kind of medium risk to it, where the rest of these categories do not. So a couple of weeks later, she notices that what's happening now is that the student is now getting poor grades. So she submits that and notice that stealing is still up high on the list, and there could be all sorts of reasons for that, as we'll find out in a minute. So another week goes by, and she goes ahead and she notices that a couple of things have happened. That he's broken up with his girlfriend, and she finds out that he's has a gun owner family, and so she now submits these, and watch what happens in terms of the results. Here the medium one is just stealing, but now what happens is there's just a whole new group of possible violence modalities that come up. So she's now beginning to recognize that given what he's doing, the behaviors she sees, that these are now things to start looking for. And finally, if we go ahead and we do one more, where say he starts wearing, say, leather coats, what happens now, look, I think weapons use is down at the 4th category. If we click that, it now moves up to the 3rd category. And the reason why the leather coat is such an important thing is because in most of the school shootings that have occurred, the perpetrators have worn costumes, often leather, because of the Columbine. So you can see from this application, the Lantern has a great potential to help identify certain kinds of correlations between behavior and school violence. And we need your help to hire social scientists and technology specialists so we can continue to test and launch the Lantern for ideally for nationwide use by 2018. So please help us help America's children attend safe and secure schools that are free from fear. Thank you.